out. They're underperforming. It's severely underperforming in China. A lot of people care, and with everyone, Disney mandates that if you're going to carry the film as a theater, it has to be on your biggest screen for 4 weeks, and that's it, minimum at least. And it's actually was really easy to find tickets for this one after the first week, and kind of everyone seems to not really care so much. So I think that Star Wars is they're getting all the blood out of that turnip earlier than anticipated. So rest in peace, Star Wars.
Good call. Good call.
Enough already. This is self-explanatory. Enough already. What are we annoyed about? What do we? What is like? Everyone just calm down with it. Taryn.
Local hotel prices. You literally cannot get a decently priced hotel anymore. Like even the Super 8, which is pretty bad, is like $200 on just a normal weekend. It drives me crazy. Like I cannot. It's making it a lot harder to go.
Yeah.
Terrence.
Unneeded sequels.
Ooh.
So I'm happy that they're doing Incredibles 2. I'm also wondering why. Like leave it alone. Frozen 2. Why?
Boogaloo.
Toy Story 4. Why?
Because 3 was really good.
Yeah, but he's reuniting with Bo Peep in this one. They already said in the third one that Bo's gone. Cool. Just let her be gone. We don't need another one.
Do you think there's going to be a Tinder joke in there somewhere?
That'd be great if that's how they hook up. Oh.
Jeremy, go ahead.
I am picking up where you left off, Jason. Enough already with Star Wars.
Oh, my God.
And it's always Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Day at Sea, Star Wars Weekends, Galactic Nights, Galactic Spectacular, Secrets of the Empire VR Experience, Far, Far Away Stage Show. You know what, Disney? We get it. Yeah. We know you bought Star Wars. And the other thing that tweaks me about this,
Oh man!
Hey, this could be on the Secret Show. So
they're always titled. It's like Star Wars : something, like a bad Lifetime movie. It's really like A Woman Scorned : the Betty Broderick story.
Right. Not without my daughter. Melissa Jones explores. Life. Yeah.
I can't.
No, A Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars Land.
Right.
You know what we should do is for an exercise, we should go around and think of like New Orleans Square, period, the day the French came back or something. You know what I mean? Like imagine if they did that with every other land. Yeah. Tomorrowland.
Right.
High taxes returned. Well, I will tell you, I erased what I first put and put Star Wars because it is everywhere. It's everywhere in Tomorrowland. It's everywhere all over the place. And I've said about it on the show tons of times. I'm over it. But I'll go back to what I originally put just to be different. Frozen. We're still talking about Frozen. We're still doing Frozen things. And I don't think enough time has been left for everyone can kind of fill the void with other things to kind of refresh their mind. But, that's me. I don't know. The best Disney dollar spent. What is the best thing that Disney spent their money on?
I took this a little differently.
Okay, go ahead, Taryn. Then you start it.
I took it as my best dollar spent with Disney.
Okay.
And that was the Disney run that we did.
Yeah.
It was expensive. I thought it was too expensive.
Okay.
But it was really fun.
See, I thought the value was. I thought it was a great price point, which is rare for me thinking about anything as great price point at Disneyland. I thought it was a good. What we got out of it, I thought it was great.
I agree. I guess I meant when we first signed up, I was like, this is stupid. $120 for this. But afterwards, I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah. Terrence, go ahead.
Now they're gone.
I think the best thing that Disney spent their money on outside of Fox was the makeover of the Tower of Terror in the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Really?
It is fantastic. I know I say that a lot.
Oh, you're talking about the actual ride, not like the facade.
The actual ride.
Okay.
It is fantastic. It has good I want to go on it. Like I didn't want to go on Tower of Terror every time I was at the park. I want to go on this ride every single time.
Okay.
I think it's great.
All right. Well, they're targeting the lowest common denominator, and that's fine. Jeremy, go ahead, please. What is the best Disney dollar spent?
Disney buying out the rest of Disneyland Paris and the subsequent announcement to invest over €2 billion in that resort between now and 2024. Attendance is already up 5% this year.
Nice.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Nice.
Excellent.
Sounds like you work there. You're in a business meeting.
I'm offering tours. Jeremy's tours. I put the Fox deal.
Yeah.
I think that was an amazing deal because mainly they get all that IP. And they can milk all that to death now too. Maybe it can kind of take some pressure off Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. What is the worst Disney dollar spent? Jeremy, let's throw it back to you. Why don't you go ahead and lead off this discussion, please?
I bought this $8 autograph pen when I wanted to call into the show during that Food and Wine Festival because I needed to make some notes. And it didn't work. And then I had to go back and buy another $8 autograph pen.
$8 for a pen?
Yeah.
You can buy a and
He
did you get a
that for
refund?
us.
Well, okay.
I didn't say it was the best
I'll
Disney
bill 'em.
dollar spent.
No. But did you get a refund? Like, did you? So you bought basically a pen for $16.
Well, I think I might have exchanged it.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
maybe it was $8
I hope so.
altogether. But still, that's a lot of money for a cheap pen.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's a lot of
That's
money
too
for an
much.
expensive pen. Go ahead, Taryn.
Redoing the horse-drawn carriage tracks on Main Street. I just,
They did that?
They're doing it now. Yeah,
they're doing
it's
it
doing
currently.
it now. It just kind of seems like it doesn't really matter. To be honest with me, I was like,
To be honest with
honest
Yeah,
yourself,
I'm by myself. If I'm honest with myself,
let me be
I'm
honest
drinking water, by the way.
with myself, in my own opinion, Taryn.
That fancy bowling alley that they're putting in downtown Disney.
I don't know if they're doing that anymore. Well, I guess they have to.
I
The,
didn't think they
they're
were.
building the building. I
It's
don't.
the old
Yeah,
House of Blues,
House of
right?
Blues. Yeah,
Yeah.
But they basically tore it to studs and they're redoing it. So
Yeah.
I wonder. Anyway, mine is the downtown Disney conversion. I don't think that that's a great use of their money, but then again, I feel stupid saying that because what do I know?
Well, yeah.
I don't move in those circles. You know what I mean?
I just can't imagine
I have
that with
cats.
all of those stores that they're going to get as much money from the hotel as they would from those stores. But I don't know.
Hard to say. Okay, and here we go. Predictions. This is the last
favorite
final one. Predictions of 2018 and beyond, I would imagine, for Disney and whatever. Terrence, go ahead, please.
I have two. One is not real. The other one is real. So, Goofy Sky School rethemed, since they own Fox and all this. Well, actually, they own the movie rights to this. Rethemed with Cool Runnings. That would be amazing.
I would love that.
That would be amazing.
That really would. That really would.
That would be so much better.
I think that would be amazing. But I think my real one is that with the acquisition of Fox, with them having their history of good TV shows, Disney might actually have a couple of good TV shows on now.
Cool.
Between
Runnings.
Disney FX, it's awesome. Disney FX and the Disney Channel, they actually might have people return to watch those.
Can you imagine
those
if they did a
TVs.
Golden Girls version, a Golden Girls overlay, where like Blanche is chasing a husband or something?
Oh my gosh!
That would be ridiculous. It would make sense as a Simpsons ride. Like some
I
kind of.
wonder what they're going to do with Simpsons now.
I don't know. That's the whole thing, man. I would like to get someone on to talk about it. There's a few people in the blogosphere. I think I've sent you a couple of them. I think it'd be cool to try to get on because they have a little more, I don't know, verve. If that's we use probably like we can pick their brain and actually have a decent conversation. Because right now we're all gonna be like, I don't know, and then they might actually have some. Anyway, Taryn, go ahead, please.
I just have one, and my prediction is that Jason and I will find some dumb reason to renew our passports, even though we aren't planning on it.
We can't afford it. That's just. I mean, we're gonna have a child
I've heard that
in
before.
2 months.
But we're also going to have 3 months where we can go do stuff with child, maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's going to
Because-
be some dumb reason, and we're going to go, well, I mean, we're going to be there anyways. So.
All right, you're probably right.
That's my
you're probably
prediction.
right. Jeremy, go ahead, please. Your turn. Thank you.
I predict that by 2021, the Magic Kingdom will finally get some sort of nighttime electrical parade back.
Okay.
I think that's a good call.
It's a good
That's
prediction.
so 2021 is because that's the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if it's going to be stupid, though.
Probably. It probably will. I have 3.
Oh,
I have 3. Ticket prices will rise again this year.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. You're hedging your bets on that one.
Wow. Yeah.
Pretty good,
I think
right?
his sun might come up tomorrow.
right.
Well, I wouldn't bet my bottom dollar. Disney will take its foot off the Star Wars gas pedal a bit.
I could see that happening.
That's my theory, because things are kind of cooling at the box offices. And then Hulu will start to stream more Disney things. Because Hulu's part of the Fox thing, and I know they want to do their own thing, but I have a feeling that Disney will just be putting stuff into Hulu and populating that until they get it back in running. So whatever.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anything else? Because that's it. That's our 2017 roundup.
I like it.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeremy, you did great.
Thank you.
Do you want to stay on?
We all did.
Well, yeah, sure. Do you want to stay on for news?
Sure.
All right. Well, then here we go.
Mazel.
Present and future with all the news
gotta
that's
fix that
fit to
still.
cover. It's the Earzup Disney News.
I gotta fix that still. Announcer Man sent me a new thing, but
Nice.
I haven't done anything with it. Because that's just me. Well, let's do one that Terrence already ruined. Main Street USA vehicles and Dumbo the Flying Elephant at Disneyland Park to begin updates January 8th, which is what, yesterday, day before?
2 days ago, yeah.
Okay. This is from the Disney Park blogs. 2 original Disneyland Park attractions will close temporarily beginning January 8th to receive updates. For the first time, the horse-drawn streetcar track on Main Street USA will be replaced in its entirety, which, of course, will pause the operation of all of the Main Street USA vehicles. I wonder what that's going to do to the flow of traffic going up and down Main Street.
That's part of my problem with this.
Well, but, I mean, hey, it's probably for safety or something.
Yeah, they're, what, 60-something years old?
Yeah. On this blog, there's a really cool photo of them that I've never seen before, them laying the track with the dirt before the, whatever. Also, Dumbo the Flying Elephant will receive a new queue location. I think they're getting shade and they're getting painted again.
Nice.
So Dumbo's down.
Main Street's closed.
Yeah. Everything is going to be reopening in late winter and early spring. Oh, so Dumbo will be opening in spring. Main Street USA vehicles will be reopening in late winter.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad then.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe. Let's see. Here's one, Terrence, that I want to jump in on because why not? Okay. Disney is facing backlash over Black Panther collector's pin. Have you seen this pin?
Yeah.
Jeremy, have you seen this pin?
No.
So you know the Marvel comic book superhero, the Black Panther?
No.
Okay, well, trust me. There's a guy called the Black Panther, and he's a Marvel superhero. Apparently, Disney is facing a wave of online criticism for the Black Panther's skin tone on a new collector's pin. So the pin is it's his face. It's the mask. It's the Black Panther mask, and then there's eyes underneath.
Yeah.
But the eyes are a little bit. You know how Batman he puts black eye makeup on because you could see that part of his skin through the eye holes in the mask. Have you ever seen Batman? Do you know Batman, Jeremy?
Yes, I've seen that.
Okay. So they did that same kind of thing with the Black Panther, although it's the skin around the eyes is white.
So
it's pale.
You told me about this earlier, and I looked at it, and me being me, I mean, I'm gonna always try to be as positive as possible. Like, no, it's just kind of tan. And then Taryn put her finger up next to it, and it's her complexion. And Black Panther is not Taryn's complexion.
No, and Taryn is basically clear. Yeah. So,
and they also have a mug that they're selling right now at the parks, and it's the same logo,
really?
It's the same mask, but they got the skin tone right on the mug.
Huh.
This is White Panther. Like, this is not the right person.
So check this out. So here's another, I'm reading this article now where it says, following the initial criticism, Disney pin blogs later, which apparently is a thing, sent out a second tweet with a new photo of the pin, noting how the store's lighting contributed to the pin's original appearance. They said, sorry for any confusion to the previous photo may have caused. It was unaltered, but shot under a bright light at the pin store and may have caused differences in color.
Does the second one look right?
Yeah. Check it out. It's a lot.
It looks better, yeah.
It looks better.
Slightly.
It's still pretty light.
Yeah.
Slightly better.
And you know what? But I also wonder, well, yeah. So then now, of course, Twitter. Everyone's an expert, Jeremy, online. I don't know if you knew that or not, but everyone is still saying that the skin looks too light for the actor who portrays the Black Panther. But I feel like in this world, if they go too dark, yeah, that's darker than the pin.
Yeah, that's natural looking.
But I think if they go too dark, then I don't think you can win with this. So you might as well just have the mask cover up and just have the eyeballs.
Yeah, or go all black with just white for the eyes or something like that. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
well, this pin might become a collector's item, so get one.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna be worth a lot because they're gonna redo it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keeping with that theme, well, I don't know if I want to do that one. Yeah, so apparently there's accusations that Disney is, quote, whitewashing the live-action movie Aladdin. And a lot of people on the internet like to throw that around. But apparently Disney has admitted to putting makeup on performers to make them look darker.
That's awkward.
So there's an extra Kaushal Odedra, an extra in the film, told the Times of London that he had seen, quote, fair-skinned actors getting their skin darkened with makeup before being featured in crowd shots.
I feel for both sides of this issue because I think if it's hard to find people that are of the ethnicity that they're looking for, you don't want to just hire a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing. But at the same time, you can't really just have a bunch of white people dancing when they're not supposed to be white, because then they're going to get in trouble for that. So, like, I think that they're kind of between a rock and a hard place here.
So this is Disney defending. The studio gave an official statement to the BBC confirming that makeup was used in order to help crew members, not background actors, as Odedra had said, quote, blend in. However, the studio also added that there's been a strong emphasis throughout production of Aladdin on making sure that the cast is inclusive. They say great care was taken to put together one of the largest, most diverse casts ever seen on screen. Diversity of our cast and background performers was a requirement, and only in a handful of instances where it was a matter of specialty skills, safety and control, like with special effects rigs, stunt performers, and handling of animals, were the crew made up to blend in. One of the film's stars, who plays the Sultan, also recently brushed off concerns that the film was being whitewashed. He says, like a nursery, Aladdin also needs variety, he said, because otherwise it's going to be very boring. So you're going to go and see this beautiful garden with colorful flowers, and I just hope that you enjoy the journey. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He also added...
You should have stopped talking.
He also added, you'll definitely love the film. It doesn't matter how old you are. The film has something for you to take away from it.
Okay. Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But anyway, that's the story, so everyone can stop being outraged. It was like stuntmen and stuff. It wasn't background actors.
Right.
Everyone's fine. Here's one from your part of the world there, Jeremy. A Virginia man wins a legal battle with Walt Disney World over an injury that happened in 2006.
Ooh.
Apparently, there was a trade show. This kid is 22. He's not a kid. This guy was walking around the Walt Disney World's ESPN Wide World of Sports complex. There was some trade show. He was there to participate in a paintball tournament, but 2 days before, he was struck in the head by a 10-foot advertising balloon.
What?
What?
Okay.
What is an advertising balloon?
I don't know. Maybe it's like the heavy canvas kind of like John's that you just inflate that says like come to the
like the wacky waving inflatable arm.
yeah, but like
kind of a thing?
but maybe not that limber. I don't know. But he was struck in the head. And after that had floated loose after being tethered to a tree, the dude was knocked to his knees, and the hit left him dazed and in pain. That must have been a heavy balloon. I don't understand how that could be carried away by the wind and knock some dude in the head to leave him dizzied. He says a Disney manager told him to get checked out at a hospital, adding that the theme park company would cover his medical bills. Well, of course, they should, right? Later that day in the hospital, his x-ray results came back negative for broken bones, and the doctors did not diagnose him with any neurological damage. He was given prescribed muscle relaxers, nice, and pain medication, nice, but told he could still participate in the paintball tournament. So he was cleared by doctors.
Right.
He played in the tournament. He played in the tournament. Before playing, he signed a liability waiver. After leaving the tournament, Peterson still had headaches and neck pain. Ultimately, he was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury and post-concussion syndrome.
For real?
Like he got a concussion after the fact?
No, like
he
it was.
had a concussion already.
He had a concussion, but maybe it didn't manifest itself. So this
Right.
balloon gave him a concussion and, quote, traumatic brain injury.
Right.
But he could still play in a paintball tournament 2 days later.
And this was at Disney World?
Disney World.
Jeremy, do you have any idea what kind of balloon they might be talking about?
I have no clue, but how do we know that he didn't get hit in the head during the paintball tournament?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. When he reached, but see, here was the lawsuit, I think, or the crux of it. When he reached out to Disney, they told him that he had waived his right to hold anyone financially responsible for his injury from the balloon, even though the incident happened before he signed the waiver to be in the tournament. So Disney's saying that tournament waiver applied even though the incident happened 2 days previous.
No, it doesn't. But it doesn't.
Well, in 2010, they sued, and an Orange County judge dismissed the suit in 2013. So it took them 3 years and quickly granted a summary judgment to the defendants. But the guy's dad, in 2014, helped his son file an appeal. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. And then these people won.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Owen's first lawyer gave up on him, and he had to handle things by himself. He did a good enough job to form some arguments, go to trial, and get some justice. But they said it was very much a David versus Goliath feeling. He won $1.25 million
That's not bad.
Wow.
in damages, but they settled out of court with Disney and the other companies involved for an undisclosed amount. Apparently, this dude still has headaches that do not allow him to work full time.
That's crazy.
I don't understand. And that's sad, right? But how can a 10-foot balloon? It can't have that much mass because it had to be tethered down,
Right.
And it got caught in the wind.
Right.
How can that give you a traumatic brain injury where you can't work 10
Yeah.
years after the
Well, and I'm still
12
Jeremy.
years after
Like,
the fact?
how does anybody know this didn't happen at paintball? He didn't get hit with
like
a
he didn't
paintball.
fall down or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Paintball's not going to give you a
traumatic
concussion.
brain injuries. The cognitive things that, like, you can have amnesia, you can't speak, you might start laughing for no reason. So there's a lot of stuff that could have happened. It makes sense, but I really don't understand how any judge would ever say because you signed a waiver
I know.
2 days later for something completely not related.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Here's another ridiculous thing from Jeremy's part of the world. Disney World is allowing some guests to buy extra fast passes.
Only
some guess?
Yes. Guests staying at select Walt Disney World resorts will soon have the option of buying additional fast passes. You can, let's see, let me just read the article.
I'd do that.
The extra Fast Pass Plus option will be available to club level resort guests.
I'm only staying club level when we go there, so
right.
that works for me.
That's fine. I'll afford to sleep in the rental car. The 3 additional fast passes, so you can buy 3 additional fast passes, will cost $50 per person per day,
Whoa,
but can be used at any park.
that's still a
That's
lot.
a lot of money.
Never mind.
Yeah, a minimum 3-day purchase is required for the add-on.
Oh, gosh.
So,
What?
yeah. So for one guest who wants to add the option for 3 days, it would cost $150.
Oh, heck no.
Hey, Jeremy, go and let us know how this works, okay?
Not to mention you're staying club level, so you're paying $600 a night for a hotel.
Yeah, so what's $50 a day, bro?
Too much.
$50 a day.
Not even the tax.
Nah.
You can book them 90 days in advance instead of the usual 60 days for resort guests. So you get to not only get 3 extra ones, park-wide or resort-wide,
Right.
but you get to book 30 days in advance before anybody else gets to book theirs with their My Magic Friend Plus or whatever.
Magic Band, yeah.
Not for $50. I thought it was going to be like $10.
Well, and it's only 3.
Yeah, no.
But also it's park-wide. I mean, resort-wide.
But
That
you
might
can't
be
go to
kinda
that
cool.
many of them in a day. We know that already.
That's the problem, yeah.
Like 2 max.
Someone sent me this article. Well, actually, our friend Aaron, Theo Brew out there. Apparently, there was a monorail videoed with the door open.
Ooh.
Someone shot video of
good.
inside the monorail, of the monorail door open during the ride.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
That is bad.
So that was a whole thing. And then Theme Park University interviewed this dude and basically kind of got the lowdown. They pulled into the TTC. What's TTC?
The Transportation and Ticket Center. Outside of the Magic Kingdom.
There you go. They were going to go to Epcot, and this guy's saying apparently maintenance was working on the platform, working on that door for a previous issue. No, they were on the platform for a previous issue. They were called over to work at the door. The maintenance person spent around 10 minutes working on the door and mechanisms and was able to get the door to latch, but there was no testing or anything done. This is a direct quote from this guy. We were told before they closed the remaining operating door to not lean on the doors. So I guess one door of the two, because there's two, one opened and one didn't, or one closed and one didn't.
Okay.
The right one closed and the left one didn't close. So they didn't test it. They go, don't lean on it. We then proceeded out of the TTC, which is the Ticket and Transportation Center in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows that. As we were traveling over the curve outside of the TTC, the door popped open. Presumably the flex of the curve released whatever maintenance did to the latch to the door. The train did not stop, and there were no audible or visible alarms.
Jeez.
The passengers in the car were all adults with the exception of 2 young children riding on parents' laps. Those parents were seated. All of the passengers standing were adults and were able to move into the center of the car away from the door. None of us were aware of an emergency phone. And he says, I'm a New York City resident and I ride the subways daily. We don't have emergency phones. It didn't even occur to me to look for one. This is a lady.
Also, yes, they do. Sorry, buddy.
Well, his purse was on his lap and my phone was in it, so apparently it's a lady. Oh my God. I did not want to try to get up or move from my seat in any way that might upset my balance because she was afraid she was going to go tumbling out the
Oh my God. What is she, 4? Like,
several of the people in the car took charge, reminding everyone that we were unharmed and that if nobody moved and we were calm, we would reach the station safely. That went a long way towards keeping everyone calm.
I just don't feel like this is that big of a deal. Like, just stay away from the door.
Right.
Wait, how fast does it go, though?
It has like a max speed of, I think, 40 miles an hour.
That's kind of a big deal.
Ever ridden in a Jeep on the freeway? I mean, it's fine.
It's fast, but it's like, it's a really bad thing for Disney. But if I were in that car, I'd be like, okay, just don't anybody go near that door. Like, keep your kids away. Let's everybody stay on this side of the thing. It's not that big of a deal. Like,
I mean, I guess I was in one last week, and the parks were so crowded last week. People's cheeks were pressed up against the windows.
Oh,
like,
really?
So it could be. I don't know how it was this day, but it could be that you're really close to it, and you might not have.
That's a good point.
You're just kind of like, I'm going to fly out of this thing.
She said everyone was seated. There was no one standing.
Oh.
So
it's
everyone just relax. Everyone, you're not hurt. You are okay. God. Good news for SoCal, folks. Disney is once again offering discounted tickets for SoCal residents.
Oh my God. Make up your mind. This isn't enough already. This is another one.
I should have put this in my predictions. Mainly because I knew this before we were
Honestly,
doing the show.
I was going to, and then I was like, nah, I'm not going to.
From this Monday through May 24th. Apparently, it's a limited time only. Here are the ticket prices for 2-day tickets. 1 park per day, $159 for 2 days.
Okay.
Park hopper ticket, $204. Jeez. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
Oh, this isn't the annual passes. This is the discounted tickets. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. If you're looking for a job, anyone looking for a job, Shanghai Disneyland is seeking a Communist Party specialist.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
there's that. Shanghai Disneyland already has benefits from having Communist Party members among its staff. Murray King, VP of Public Affairs, told the local Jiafeng Daily last summer that the park's best employees were mostly party members.
Oh.
Though that sounds like something that would come out of D.C. right now. Though the company faced no requirement to hire any. Now the park, because they're just hiring Communist Party members just because they're such good workers. They don't have to. They're just, they're amazing.
Right.
Now the park is recruiting a senior specialist for its party/union/youth league office.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like a great place for young people to hang out. Among the roles responsibilities are designing and coordinating party and union activities, operating the party and union bulletin board, and maintaining daily operation of social media platforms. CCP membership is one of the job requirements. So there you go. If you guys have any experts
Oh my gosh.
in Communist Party things, there you go. And that's the news, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a lot of news.
That's a lot of news.
What do you think of that?
Very informative.
Jeremy, what do you think of all my news? Give me a grade right now. 1 to John Devney.
Oh, you get a John Debney plus, and
I like it.
you were right on so many things.
Wow.
You love to hear.
My takes were spot on.
Yeah, you were correct in every
Oh
instance.
my God, I appreciate that so much, my
Yeah.
friend. Before we go, I do want to thank our buddy out in Hawaii, John, not Jawn, and not John Debney. He sent us a big box of treats from Hawaii.
Which
Nice.
is so awesome.
Dry roasted
Wow.
macadamias. Too bad Bev's not here because we would not have these anymore.
Well, that's true.
Island Princess Mele Mox, toffee-coated macadamia nuts covered in luscious milk chocolate,
Nice.
100% grown in Hawaii. And we have Hawaiian Host Aloha Max, and which are chocolate-covered macadamias. Ooh, these are dark chocolate. These are mine. I'm
Nice.
taking these. Milk chocolate's kind of trash. Dark chocolate's the only way to go.
I agree.
And some
Bev will
cookies
like
and
'em.
stuff that are hand dipped.
They're really good.
So anyway, John, thanks, dude. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that was
man.
awesome.
That's very kind of you.
Thanks for the Johns, John.
Thanks for them Johns, bruh. Jeremy, thank you, my friend, my favorite John, for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was great.
Now go to bed. It's late
Sound
for you.
condescending. It was
I know
great.
it's actually already Terrence's birthday here.
Oh, happy
Yay.
birthday!
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
On
Your
the East
birthday's
Coast.
tomorrow.
My birthday's the 11th. Yeah.
Wow.
How old are you?
38.
Oh,
That's old.
Wow.
Still young.
Jeremy, how old are you?
I turned 38 in 2 weeks.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay.
It's weird. I'm in the future.
You are in the future. That's crazy.
Like, no, Terrence, you're already 38. What do you mean?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do the fact of the show here, and then we're gonna leave. Nope, that's the news. I'm not gonna do the news. I'm gonna do the fact of the show, which is this one. There we go. I didn't know that this thing even existed, but there was something called the Christmas Bowl. It captured the spirit of the Yuletide season with music. One of the earliest holiday presentations at Disneyland, the Christmas Bowl featured scores of local youth bands, choral groups, and orchestras, as well as Disneyland's own Charles Dickens carolers. The Christmas Bowl. Kind of a cool little, I didn't know that either. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you in the parks.